Imagine this. For centuries, the Bible has been more than just a religious text. It's been a locked vault, hiding secrets that have puzzled theologians, scientists, and seekers alike. But what if one of its most mysterious chapters, a book so controversial it was ripped out of the scriptures, holds the key to a truth far stranger than we ever imagined? I'm talking about the Book of Enoch, a forbidden text that whispers of angels but might actually be revealing something far more otherworldly. Buckle up, because this story will make you question everything you thought you knew about history, humanity, and the cosmos. For years, the Book of Enoch was studied in whispers, a shadow text excluded from the Bible for reasons no one fully explains. Written around the 3rd century BCE and attributed to Enoch, the great-grandfather of Noah, it dives deep into a world of celestial beings, fallen angels, and a cataclysmic rebellion that changed the course of human history. But hear us the twist. What if these angels weren't divine messengers at all, but extraterrestrials, advanced beings from other planets, watching us, interacting with us, and maybe even shaping us? Let's start with the story itself. In the Book of Enoch, we're told that a group of angels, known as the Watchers, descended to Earth with a mission. These weren't your typical winged figures strumming harps in the clouds. No, these beings were powerful, intelligent, and driven by a dangerous curiosity. According to the text, 200 of these Watchers came down, led by figures like Samyaza, and they didn't just observe humanity, they immersed themselves in it. They taught humans forbidden knowledge, metallurgy, cosmetics, sorcery, astronomy, and even the secrets of the stars. They weren't here to serve God. They wanted to live among us, dominate us, and push our evolution forward. But here's where it gets wild. The Book of Enoch doesn't stop at teaching. It claims these angels, call them what you will, began relationships with human women. Yes, you heard that right. They crossed a line no divine being should, and the result? A new race. Hybrid beings called the Nephilim, described as giants, heroes, and monsters who consumed everything in their path. The text paints a picture of a world thrown into chaos where these half-human, half-otherworldly creatures roamed the earth, their very existence a challenge to the natural order. Now here's the million-dollar question. Were these Watchers really angels, or could they have been something else? Recent theories, and I mean cutting-edge ideas from scholars, ufologists, and even some rogue archaeologists, suggest we might be looking at the first recorded evidence of extraterrestrial contact. Think about it. These beings came from the heavens, brought advanced knowledge, and created hybrids. Doesn't that sound like what we'd expect from an alien civilization visiting a primitive planet? Some argue they used the polar regions or breaches in Earth's magnetic field, like the Van Allen belts, to navigate here. Strategies that modern science says could make sense for interstellar travelers. And God? In the biblical narrative, he wasn't happy. The Book of Enoch says he saw this interference as a violation, a corruption of his creation. So he imprisoned the Watchers in the earth, unleashed the great flood to wipe out the Nephilim, and warned humanity to stay in line. But what if this God was just another advanced being, part of a cosmic hierarchy we've misunderstood? What if the whole story is less about divine punishment and more about a turf war between extraterrestrial factions? Dig deeper and the mysteries multiply. The Book of Enoch describes Enoch himself being taken up into the heavens, shown celestial realms, and given visions of other worlds. He talks about fiery chariots, glowing clouds, and beings with metallic, almost mechanical features. Sound familiar? To some, this reads like a UFO abduction narrative. Enoch wasn't ascending to heaven. He was being taken aboard an alien spacecraft, given a tour of their technology, and sent back with a message. Modern researchers, like those on shows like Ancient Aliens, point to this as proof that ancient texts are littered with clues we've ignored. Posts on X and articles online buzz with speculation. Could Enoch have been humanity's first contactee, documenting an encounter that terrified religious leaders so much they banned his book? But why was it removed from the Bible? The official line is that it clashed with Torah teachings or was deemed heretical. Yet, some theorists argue it was too dangerous. If people started believing these angels were aliens, not divine, It could shatter the foundations of faith. The Ethiopian Orthodox Church, which still includes the Book of Enoch in its canon, might hold clues. Their tradition suggests it's not just allegory, it's history, a record of when otherworldly beings walked among us. And the Nephilim? Some say their DNA lingers in us. Genetic anomalies, ancient myths of giants, even modern UFO sightings, could they all trace back to this moment? Books like Scott Allen Roberts' The Rise and Fall of the Nephilim argue that these hybrids weren't just wiped out. Their influence shaped civilizations, their bloodline mixing with ours. If true, we might carry a piece of the extraterrestrial in every cell. Let's not forget the binary code connection either. Recent scholarship ties the Book of Enoch to ancient Indian texts, where zero and binary systems foundations of our digital age were first conceptualized. Could the Watchers have seeded this knowledge, programming humanity for a future they foresaw? It's a mind-bender, but it fits the pattern. Advanced beings dropping hints of their presence, then vanishing, leaving us to piece it together. So what does this mean for us today? Are we alone, or are those UFOs, those unidentified anomalous phenomena, spotted by Navy pilots, modern descendants of the Watchers, checking in on their experiment? The Book of Enoch doesn't give answers. It raises questions that echo across millennia. Were these beings our creators, our destroyers, or something in between? And if they return, will we recognize them as angels, aliens, or something far more complex? This isn't just ancient history, it's a live wire, sparking debates on X, in documentaries, and in secret research labs. The Book of Enoch challenges us to look beyond the sky, beyond religion, and ask, what if the truth about our origins isn't divine but cosmic? What if we're part of a story so big we've only scratched the surface? Think about that next time you stare at the stars. You might not be looking at heaven, you might be looking at home.